to my channel. If you're new here, my name is samiljulissa, or you could just call me Samil. But in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my tips and tricks on how to reach 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch views in order to monetize your videos. So if you have noticed, I actually have ads on my videos now, and that is because I actually passed the threshold that YouTube requires in order to monetize my videos. So I'm just going to be showing you my experience and what I've done to reach those goals, to reach that goal specifically, on how I managed to do both. They're pretty basic, pretty simple, but it really did help me and it will help you as well. So let's just stop talking and let's just hop right into the video. So the first tip I actually have is a pretty common tip. This is pretty basic. As a small YouTuber, nobody in the YouTube world knows who you are. Basically, unless if you already have a following on other social medias like Instagram or Twitter or something like that, and people actually know your name, it's kind of hard for the people in the YouTube community to really get a glimpse of you. So the important thing is to do is not film videos like get to know me tags or film videos like question and answers, because one, people don't know you and people don't have any questions to really ask you. People aren't really curious about you because they don't know who you are or your channel. So the content that you should be making when you're first starting out your channel trying to get views is something to teach somebody something that has value to it. And when I say that, I simply just mean like videos that people can learn from, people can get to know you from. Not a get to know me tag, don't film any get to know me's, but just videos that are like, you know, like teachable, that can teach you something that has value. Because people want to learn things. People get on YouTube to learn. It's really like its own education system. A lot of different things on here that you can talk about. So if you're just talking about like get to know me, it's like, who are you? I don't really know who you are. So personally, I film videos on like hairstyling. My most popular video is how I sell my box braids video, and that was just something that I filmed. I had box braids. I was like, well, I can teach people with different hairstyles to do with box braids, because I've been getting box braids literally my whole life. So I was like, and there's so many different ways you can style them, so I was like, maybe I should just teach people other different ways how I style my box braids that they can do as well. So, and that video got a lot of different views because it is a video that has value, that teaches somebody something, and people like that. People want to learn something. And you know, if you film that video and people like the way that you wear your hair, people like the aesthetic of it, people are going to subscribe to you because they're going to be like, oh, I like her, and etc, etc, etc. So that actually kind of leads into my second point, and that's to film popular videos. And I don't mean like go on somebody's page and just steal like their content, like their content ideas. And when I mean by popular videos, I just mean videos that are going to be on YouTube, that's going to be searchable every single day. A video that's not only relevant today, a video that will be relevant in a month from now, 3 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now. Like, once again, my how to style box braid video, that is a video people look up every single day because people are getting box braids constantly. People are getting box braids years ago, people are getting box braids now, and people are still going to be getting box braids years from now. So that is a video that will stay searchable constantly. So when I say it's important to just film popular videos, like videos that are going to stay relevant all the time, because you want something that people can always go back to. If you're just filming something that's kind of relevant right now, it can be good, but at the end of the day, people only really care about it right now. You want something that can stay consistent and that people want to see every day, all the time. So my next tip goes along with basically everything else I was saying, and that is to make sure your videos are long. You should always film videos at least 10 minutes long, because the YouTuber retention rate, people are not watching your video for the amount of time that you made it for. If your video is 9 minutes long, they're not watching it from 0 to 9 minutes. That's just what it is. Like, nobody's gonna watch your video the whole time until you have, like, you know, real consistent, real supporters that will watch your videos full through. When you're a small YouTuber, the chances of them watching your video from start to finish is very, very rare and not likely. People will probably only watch 2 to 3 minutes of your video, if that. So you want to make sure your videos are long, so that gives them a chance to at least, you know, start watching a little bit more of your videos. If your video is only 3-4 minutes, they're probably only gonna watch like a minute of it, and that's not getting you any watch hours. You have to reach 4,000 watch hours. That is a lot. 4,000. So if you just keep putting out videos that's longer than 10 minutes long, it'll kind of speed the process up faster. It's not going to be, you know, like tomorrow, like you're going to reach it. But as long as you make it, you know, longer than 10 minutes, if your video does blow up, all those people watching your video, like 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000 people watching your video, and your video was already 10 minutes long or more, do you know, like, you can get those 4,000 watch hours right there, literally, if your video blows up. But if your video was only 5 minutes and it blows up, it gets 100,000 views, it's like, okay, the chances of them watching the full 5 minutes is very, very slim. So always make sure your videos are longer than 10 minutes. It doesn't have to be exactly 10 minutes, but it is important to do 10 minutes though, because when you do monetize your videos, if you want ads during the video, it has to be at least 10 minutes. So that's just something else you want to take into consideration if you want to do that. You don't have to do that. But just in general though, to get those 4,000 watch hours, you should just make it a habit to make sure your videos are long. So now we're about to touch on the aesthetic of your YouTube channel. This is actually very, very important to reaching those 1,000 subscribers and more, because people really care about the look of your channel. People really care about how everything looks. So your banner, your YouTube intro, just your description box, your thumbnails, all of that, the aesthetic of your YouTube channel is important. If your channel looks like you're not putting any effort into it, your channel just looks like you just logged in and posted a video, chances are people are not going to return back to your channel. They may have liked your video, but they're probably not going to subscribe or return because it doesn't look like you're putting any effort into your video. So it is important to make sure your YouTube looks aesthetically pleasing. Make sure your banner looks really good, really professional, really HD, your thumbnail. If you're literally posting a video and your profile picture looks good, that's just the way people are going to click your video. They're going to be like, oh, she's really pretty, let me click her video. Let me click her channel, and then they're gonna go and then they're gonna see your thumbnails, they're gonna see your banner, they're gonna see all of that, and they're gonna be like, ooh, like this girl's channel looks really good, like let me watch more of her videos. Boom. Like, and then you just gain a subscriber or 2 or 10 or 20 or 100. It's just that simple. Just make sure you're putting the effort that you're putting into your videos into the actual look of your channel, because that can really help you gain a lot of subscribers. So like I said, I'm going to touch a little bit more on thumbnails. Thumbnails are really important to making sure that you get the subscribers that you need and the watch hours that you need, because if your thumbnail doesn't look good, doesn't look cute, doesn't look watchable, people are not going to click it. And I know, because I'm like that as well. I love the looks of thumbnails. I love when thumbnails just look really cute, really pleasing, not too much going on. So if your thumbnail just looks like too much is going on, people don't know what the video is going to be about, people are just going to scroll right by it, people are not going to watch it. So make sure you're putting the effort, the same amount of effort you put into the video that you're putting into the thumbnail, honestly times 10. You know, you want your thumbnail to look really, really, really good. So some apps that I actually use for my thumbnails, I use Fonto, because it just really helps, because you can put any type of fonts that you want on there, and it makes it look really aesthetically pleasing. People use PicMonkey. It's just so many different apps on the App Store you can use. You know, you want text on there, you want pictures on there, you want color on there, you want it to look really, 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 really good, and you want people to see it and be like, oh, I want to watch that, and to already know what your video really is about, because the thumbnail is the first thing that people see before they click on your video, other than the title. So make sure your thumbnail is aesthetically pleasing and that it gets right to the point of the video. Make sure it's not confusing, hectic, or just not cute, because people are not going to click it if they don't understand what it's about, or if it's just not aesthetically pleasing to the eye. So next is just the title of your video and the description box. These things are very, very, very important. Personally, I do not post a video without filling out the description box, doing the tags, you know, any of that, because people want to know what your video is about. Literally, that's the whole point. If you leave the description box blank, you're just like, hey guys, thanks for watching, and you don't really go into detail on what your video is about, people aren't really gonna watch it. Especially if your video is a longer video, people are gonna be like, okay, like what is this 10-15 minute video gonna entail? Like, what am I gonna watch? People don't want to keep guessing. That's when they're gonna just keep skipping through your video, and that causes you to lose your public watch hours. Okay, so you want to make sure that you kind of detail right in your description about what the video is going to be. So like, for example, for this video, I would say something like, hey guys, so today's video is going to be me teaching you how to get 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours, blah blah blah, talking about the tips that I'm saying in the video, explaining the tips out further. You know, I wouldn't just say, hey guys, so this is my video, hope you guys enjoy. Like, no, I'm gonna go into depth. I'm gonna talk about in detail what this is gonna be. You want those watch hours. You want people to watch your videos for the full amount of time, or a lot of it, majority of it. So diving into the title, you want your title to be creative, but you want it to the point. You don't want to title your video something where people don't really understand what it's going to be about, but at the same time you don't want to title it something really boring and not creative. So a lot of things that is really popular of doing is to make sure your title has 2 parts. Some people like to have like a wow factor in their title, something that's like not clickbait, but something that's kind of like that makes you really intrigued and want to watch it. So when the whole quarantine thing started, a lot of people were putting quarantine in their title. That's kind of like the wow factor for them. It's kind of like, ooh, like what people are doing during this time. People want to know what people were doing during quarantine. So in order like people to get those views, because everybody was in quarantine, they put quarantine in their title. But you want your title to be really, really good. I feel like though, what's capitalized and what's not capitalized really do matter as well. It just kind of gets the people's attention. If you put like every single word in capital letters, sometimes it can kind of be too much. If you put everything in lowercase, it can be too much. Like, it just kind of depends on the aesthetic of your channel, but at the same time you just want it to be clickable. And the last tip that I have is basically treat your YouTube channel as a business. I feel like that's kind of where people go wrong. People just don't really treat it as such. And even if it's not a business to you, even if it is a hobby, because YouTube is a hobby for me, but I still definitely treat it like a business. Every time I post a video, I market it on my social media accounts. I'm my biggest fan. I'm gonna hype myself up. People are gonna see my video. People are going to see it, because I don't know, I just feel like if you don't treat it like a business, then people just don't really see the importance of your channel, and that just kind of makes everything that you're putting into your channel go to waste. If you're really serious about your channel, I feel like you should create some sort of business plan for your video. If you want to reach those 4,000 hours, you need to say, okay, what videos can I make to make people want to do this? In order to get those hours and those views, you have to think to yourself, like, how am I going to get my video on YouTube to blow up? And although, you know, videos blowing up on YouTube just happen very randomly, but at the end of the day, you still have to treat it like a business. You still have to, you know, put everything in perspective. You have to write everything down. You have to figure out, how am I going to get from A to B? That's why I said you need to make sure your channel is aesthetically pleasing. You need to make sure that you're doing what you're doing to market your channel. You need to make sure you're doing what you're doing to, you know, get your channel out there. Personally, like I said, I market all of my videos. I market myself. You are your brand here on YouTube. Basically, you're really branding yourself. You're branding your name or whatever your channel is. So you want to treat it like, you know, you already have subscribers. And when you do that, people are saying like, oh, okay, I really enjoy her content, let me just subscribe, because you're already treating it like you're talking to millions of people. You don't have to have a million of people to treat it seriously, you know what I'm saying? See, you follow all these influencers on Instagram, all these YouTubers on Instagram, and you see how they interact with people. Do the same thing. Get your channel out there. People are going to say like, oh, okay, like she's really about her business, she's really doing what she's doing. Yes, and they're going to go to your channel and they're going to watch it, and they're going to be like, oh yeah, I watched your video, blah blah. Okay, treat your channel like a business. Do not slack on it. Okay, be consistent. Be consistent. Just like you get up every day for school and go to class, just like you would get up every day for work, do the same thing. You don't have to, you know, make it tiring and hate it or anything like that. But if you just set yourself a schedule, if you're saying like, okay, I'm gonna make sure I upload at least once a week, or make sure I upload twice a week, or make sure I do this, you know, dedicate days to editing videos or something like that. You know, if you're just really serious about it, you're very consistent with your channel, if you're consistent with your channel, then everything will come into place, because consistency is really key. If you post all the time, then those watch hours will come regardless. You know, if you just post every couple months, then chances are, one, people are really going to forget about your channel, and that's not okay. And two, people aren't really going to be looking out for your channel. If you post constantly, or as well, like if you post at the same time every day, if you're like, I post Wednesdays at 6 p.m. and people are subscribing to you and they're liking your channel, they're gonna be waiting for your video at 6 p.m. on Wednesday. Okay, so to get those subscribers, y'all, you gotta treat it like a business in order to get those 1,000 subscribers, because it's really hard when you're at 0 subscribers. It is hard, okay? You have to get those videos out there. You have to get yourself known. You have to get those videos known. So y'all, it's like, it's hard work, but y'all, it takes time if you're consistent. It took me about 8 months, and I'm here now, and I'm still doing the same thing I'm doing. I'm still filming my videos and all that stuff, and you guys could be doing the exact same thing. You guys can get your 1,000 and your 4,000. Okay, y'all, so those are my tips and tricks on how to get 1,000 subscribers and your 4,000 watch hours here on YouTube to monetize your channel. These are just honestly really simple, but it does take time. It's not going to happen overnight, especially for majority. It may happen for some, but it's not going to happen for everybody. I promise you, it does take time and dedication. If you're really serious about your channel and you're really serious about, you know, what you're doing and everything is going to fall into place. I promise you, it's going to happen. Manifest it, okay? Write it down, create your business plan, and get to it, okay? Remember, everything is going to happen in the way that it should. So don't stress it, guys, please. Like, it's gonna happen. Just make sure you're taking the necessary steps to get there, and that's where this video comes into play. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a like if you like the video. Subscribe to my channel for more. Comment down below anything that you want to let me know, any questions, and I'll talk to you guys on my next one.